Hey there, it's Noelle from the Directors Club, and today I'm talking about onboarding. That is one of the most important things you can have in place at your child care center when it comes to a retention strategy and a recruiting strategy. Because what happens is, we all know, is we go through this long process of looking for candidates, and it's really hard to find them. And then we find the candidate, and we're like, oh my God, she's amazing. And he literally God, she answers, and she shows up because we all know that sometimes they don't. And then we're disappointed. An important thing that we can do is have a onboarding strategy, and that increases our retention rates. It's super easy to do. You just open up a Word document and start jotting down what you're going to do as an onboarding strategy. This does not have to be a corporate strategy that takes like annuals and documents. Just start it. That's all you got to do because this is going to be so important to you hiring that next great teacher. So, one of the things that will help you is to come up with a series of emails that you're going to send them before they even come for the interview. Because what's going to happen is we're already going to start connecting with them. And when we start connecting with them, they start feeling a connection to us. And then they're going to want to, they might not show up. They might start getting interested. They might see that we're invested in our team. So start off with like really simple emails. Looking forward to meeting you on this date. I wanted to share my website with you so you can learn a little bit more about the company. So learn a little bit about you. Maybe you check in a couple of days later and say to them, oh, really looking forward to meeting you. If you need to change the time, let me know and give them the opportunity instead of canceling, but maybe changing the time. And so you're connecting with them. You're just checking in with them before they come. And then what happens is they come for the interview and you wow them and they want to work for you. And then they start. And then you offer the job, I should say. And at that point, you start another email series, but this one's a little bit longer because they're probably going to give you a couple-week notice, which is so respectful to their current employer. And you don't want to lose that connection that you had with them. And you don't want them to change their mind, right? You want to sell them on why your center is so great. So you could write a series of 5 emails in a Word document, cut and paste them. And so, like maybe on day of offer, you send the first one, which is the offer letter, and maybe another link to your website and maybe your social media accounts so they can get to know you. Maybe the next email, you're inviting them to a private Facebook group you have at your childcare center. Another email could maybe be about all the benefits they're going to get and when they're going to kick in so that they know exactly when. Another email that's great to send that reduces a lot of anxiety is talking about dress code and when they're going to get paid. That's a really important question for our new employees. Another great thing to do is to send them an email on their first day and say, how did it go? Do anything? Do you have any questions? So those emails can really help engage them and connect with them all through the hiring and then the onboarding process. A fun thing to do is to give them maybe a welcome gift on their first day, maybe at the end of the day. You can assign call it a day one mentor. And that's a teacher that is a seasoned teacher that's going to work with them for a day or two or maybe three and onboard them and really give them an on the job orientation without being in the numbers of the ratios. They're like an extra. And so this person's going to be at the front door welcoming them on day one, right when they walk in, showing them how to punch in, where to get their jacket, how to figure out when their lunch is, where to go, and what's going to happen. And so this is a great way to welcome a brand new employee. We also think it's a good idea on day 5. So, like they start on a Monday, on Friday, check in with them. Call them in the office, see how they're doing, see what they have questions, if they like it, anything you can do to support them. This is also going to give them the opportunity to know that you care about them, that they can talk to you, and maybe you can resolve a problem before they don't show up on Monday because we all know that happens. As this person's progressing through the month, check in with them again on the 30-day mark. Recheck in, see what they're doing, give them some good feedback, or maybe you need to help them a little bit, but find ways to connect with them and just check in. These check ins during the beginning onboarding process can really be so beneficial. Connecting with the employee again before they even come to you is such a great way to increase retention. It connects them to the team right out of the gate. And then those series of emails helps them feel less anxious and answers questions you know they're going to have as a brand new employee. And then as part of the team, when they're getting in the Facebook groups and you meeting with them in check-ins, that just has them feeling valued. This is an employee that's going to know how much you care, see how much you value them, and most likely not leave. So it's going to increase your retention rates. And so while I know you're super busy, open up a Word document or a Google document, jot down some things you can do to onboard your next teacher, and see how different the retention rate is. Even think about this. Maybe after 6 months of them being there, send them a survey and say, how was it like being onboarded? What could we have done different? And then get some feedback. And that really will cement how this process can really benefit you. And it doesn't take much time to set up. So I hope you learned something today, and I want you to know I'm cheering you on. And connect with me if you have any questions. Have an awesome day.